Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is NinjaX21, coming to you guys with another video. And today we're going to be going back to WWE 2K25 to kind of talk about a glaring issue that I'm having personally with the game. I don't know if you guys are having this problem. I know a lot more of you guys are enjoying my faction this year for this year's game, WWE 2K25, rather than you did in the previous years of the WWE 2K games of, like, 24, 23, 22. And I have to say this, man. I definitely think it's a little bit better. The World Tour, the how you obtain cards and everything else in between, I think is definitely a lot better than it was last year. But it's a glaring issue that pains me. It pains me to say, because I I don't mind difficulty, and also I don't mind a challenge. But the Ultimate Challenge 1, 2, whatever, I don't know if they came out with a third one. I believe they came out with a third one. If they did, you would kind of see me scrolling through my faction on the screen to kind of just look at the live event challenges they got. But those live event challenges are getting on my last freaking nerve. I'm getting so sick of these cards releasing. I gotta spend my money, either spend my money, or I gotta grind the game and play nothing but that game, but nothing but my faction just to obtain them. I wish it was some way I can gain my faction points or VC or something like that by just playing exhibition. You remember WWE 2K19 when you was able to just go into the game and play as much as you want and get the XP. I mean, not XP. You just get VC, and then you can spend it on, like, superstars, whatever, to unlock whatever it is. I kind of want something like that back, to go into the exhibition side of things. That way I can use that to kind of like pay for persona cards or just cards in general in my fashion, because it would give me something more to play exhibition for. That way I won't have to go into my faction and do it. But I get it, 2K wants everybody to go into my faction to play the mode. I just been having so many problems with it. Like, getting persona cards is the thing I care about the most in my faction, because I want everything in the game. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, since the old SmackDown versus Raw games, I've been trying to get every superstar there is in the game. I even want to do it for 24, which I was unable to do just because I just don't like my faction. I'm sorry to say it. I don't mind World Tour, even though some of that stuff is annoying on there too. But man, it sucks, dude. It sucks. I don't want to play and grind a ton of my faction just to get all of that stuff. I kind of just want to play something else, to to get those persona cards. I don't want it to be very easy, but I also don't want it to be extremely difficult to the point where I have to pull out my wallet, because I want to, I come back from work and I just want to chill and, play something. But also, I don't mind to grind something either. But it's just my faction in general, man. Like, some of these cards are hard to pull. I have spent a good chunk of money trying to pull cards, and it just has not worked out in my favor. And then when I actually was able to get all of the cards, some of the challenges went away because I was working my last job. Well, I was working two jobs, and then I just recently left the full time job, and now I'm just on part time, and I have a little bit more time to do stuff now. But those cards, I gotta wait for something to come back out. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm sure it's not just me. Some of y'all might feel the same way. Some of y'all might actually defend 2K in the sense and say y'all enjoy it, which, and it's a good thing. I mean, I think it's a good thing if you enjoying my faction this year, but personally, it's just not for me. Another thing that has been weighing heavily on my mind about WWE 2K25, it's another my faction thing. It's how quickly your match is in. Like, let's say if you quickly won a match, maybe it was in World Tour or live events. I think it was live events for me, and I won like two matches. I played the same challenge over until I got my every reward for that challenge, and then it just closes me out of my faction, telling me I can't go back in or something like that, or it says something like you can't, you gotta wait like a little while before you start the match again or something like that because you completed it too fast or something like that. Like I hate that, dude. That was another thing, and this other one is kind of like towards exhibition, I guess. And you know how you turn on the game for legendary or difficulty, not legendary. Um, the matches feel very very easy. If it doesn't feel like the computer is fighting back, I obviously know you can adjust sliders in the game and different things like that, but I just feel like it's way too easy. And am I wrong to say that? I don't think I am because I've been playing WWE games for years, and by far 2K25 just feels super easy. I honestly spend less time on it now than I did when the game first released, and it's just because of aggravating things like the my faction and stuff like that. I kind of wanted that Randy Orton '09 card more than anything else, and it's just so hard to get dealing with work and stuff. Um, Playing Fortnite, back when I was on Fortnite, it kind of just gave me this problem as well. It's like I don't want to sit there and grind the battle pass or whatever it is there was to grind every season. I didn't mind going all the way to tier 100, but to go all the way to level 200 afterwards, I get it. Like, if that's the only game you play, of course you won't try to go to level or tier 200, but it was so many games I wanted to play, and that game kind of just had level like the level 200 thing just stay there, you know what I'm saying? Like for you to do. And I kind of want to collect everything in the game, but I knew I obviously couldn't if I wanted to play other games as well, especially if my friends didn't want to play Fortnite at the time and they wanted to actually play something else. I just found it very, very frustrating and difficult with WWE 2K as I need to take the time out of my day to grind hours and hours of my faction just to get nowhere with the cars I'm getting or whatever. I just don't understand. I really don't, and I'm so aggravated by it. Let me know down in the comments if you guys are feeling the same way, or y'all got any like tips for me personally for when I get into my faction, what to do if I just don't want to spend any money on these personas. Well, at least pulling packs to try to get those personas. Definitely let me know in the comments. But until then, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.